The best way to get into cybersecurity, in my humble opinion, and this is coming from a person who has been doing this since 2000, the best way to get into cybersecurity is to, if you're already in IT. If you already are in an IT position, even if you're laying cable, if you work for Comcast or whatever, you go around laying cable, you should know a little bit something about networking. If you're a customer service person who's taking calls and then walking through people through like a script that they gave you, if you're a field tech and you're doing help desk type stuff, if this is you, then you are prepped. You are ready for cybersecurity because chances are you already know a little something about cybersecurity. You've already started doing it. Another field that kind of preps you for cybersecurity, the best way to get into cybersecurity, knowing some IT, is knowing compliance stuff. So compliance, how do I describe this? Compliance is making sure that organizations are in line with industry standards, federal laws, state laws, industry law, whatever the rules or regulations are. The healthcare industry has, the financial sector has, pharmaceutical sector has, all of these different large industries have them. All these sectors have them. One of the best ways to get yourself into cybersecurity, make that big money, work from home, all this kind of stuff, is if you're already in IT, you're already doing this stuff. And then what you can do is transition into more of a compliance, risk-based, and cybersecurity type role because you've already done a little bit of it. If you're on the help desk, you've done things like installed security patches. You've done things like installed signatures for malware. You've done things like all of this work that you're doing is actually six-figure type work, right? You just don't know it yet. You got to put on your resume. You got to market yourself. And I'm not saying you're going to make six figures out the box, right? You still got to put some work in. You got to put that work in. But if you start to position yourself within about a year period, 2-year period, you can be making, you can be nailing six figures. Anyway, so another area is compliance. What I mean by that is I'll give you one example, hospitals. I get a lot of nurses, a lot of people in the medical industry who are asking me about this. And actually, if you've worked with HIPAA, if you are a nurse, you've worked with HIPAA before, protecting medical records, digital records, stuff like that, you already have some insight into how hospitals, how the healthcare industry is supposed to protect records. So that right there is getting your foot in the door a little bit into stuff that I do, which is cybersecurity. Now all you got to do is start to learn the more technical part of it, which if you've done nursing, if you've done any kind of CNA work and all that, what you've done is some of it is as technical as the IT stuff, right? It's just different. Think about it, all the components and all the stuff that you have to learn about the human body and human anatomy, like that's way more complicated than a computer. Like all the medications and stuff you have to learn, it's way more complicated. So IT is not a real stretch for you because you've done harder stuff. So that's two ways to get into cybersecurity. The best way is already be IT in IT. If you have no experience with any kind of IT stuff, you have never been on the help desk, you're starting from scratch, you don't know any kind of compliance stuff at all, you don't know regulations, you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. You're starting from scratch, and the best way to start from scratch, from nothing, is to actually start from learning basic IT stuff. Just start with Google, start with YouTube, and start learning basic IT stuff. Like how does a computer work? You might not like it. That's why I say don't you're not spend any money first. Just go see if you can sit through a course, like a free course. Go on Google, type, and then if you like it, if you're into it, or if you're already fixing your computer and stuff like that, you're already building your own rig to play Fortnite or whatever, then you are actually already prepped to start transitioning into a more hardcore IT stuff. You got to learn the basic IT stuff first, then you can transition into cybersecurity.